Hello, my friends, and welcome. Hopefully, everybody can hear me. I'm going to pay attention to the chat to make sure that you can. I'm having some really strange internet issues today, so if I disappear for a couple minutes, I'll come right back. I hope they're redoing the internet in my general vicinity. Hopefully, I'll get better upload speeds because I think that's been compromised lately. But thank you also very much for being here today, and welcome to the Friday pre-flight. We've got several folks here that joined us early, including Apollo Patriot, Defenders of the Faith, M. Dastardly. Tina, of course, Tina Bojan is here. I really appreciate her being here. Huge supporter of the community, just fantastic. So yeah, hopefully I'm not robotic. Am I good? Am I good? Okay. Yeah, my lips are, yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to adjust my lighting, guys. We'll get there. We'll get there. Storyman Jack is here. Thanks for being here. Pop Culture Avenger. Matt G was here. Hello, Matt G. Good to see you, my friend. Storyman Jack, who is doing really well with his stories right now. He even made a friend. He made a friend with Gail Simone. That was a fun little Twitter duel. That was good times. Hugh Photographer is here. Can't wait to get to the UK to see you. And Terry Rose, I'm going to come across the pond and visit you as well. Well, that is if you can find where I'm at, which is probably going to be in a pub somewhere, in a rock place that's maybe a little underground. So it's probably where I'm headed first anyway. Keck 44, howdy and good day to you. The Atlantean is here. And of course, Parrot Head. So it's good to see you. And I don't know, I'm not running on bear time. I might have been a half a minute late. I apologize for that. Again, fighting the internet. So let's see where we're at. Let's see. Oh, hey, we've got some super stickers already. Thank you, Miss Martin. I really appreciate that. And again, Miss Martin is an incredible human being. Taught me everything I know about live streaming. I'm so very thankful. And I absolutely appreciate her. Be sure to check her out. She does some really cool stuff if you're into the Once Upon a Time thing, if you're into just literature in general. She's a great panelist on shows. I'm going to try to have her back on one of my Sunday streams if she's available. I think she's something special. I think you should check her out, guys. Yeah, and can anything truly be copyrighted on YouTube? No, I don't think so. I mean, I create all these intros and everything for other people. The music that I use, the sound effects I use are all copyright free, or I've done myself. And I don't know if you can really truly copyright much, but it is worth the attempt. Let's just put it in those terms. Diablo Dame, welcome. Thank you for being here today. Good to see you. And there's the Wook. What's up, Wookiee Supremacy? Very fun channel if you want to see people get triggered. That's for fun, for sure. The Atlantean is here, a super sticker. I appreciate the one-up hippopotamus. I believe that's what that is, and thank you so very much. Zacharot 315 is here. Good to see you, Zacharot. Let's see who else popped up and popped in. Oh, hey, Kip Ellis. Good to see you, and thank you for the £49 Doomicorn. I need to clip that because I'm not doing that ever again. I'm doom. There you go. Anyway. All right, guys. Well, we've theme park casual. Good to see you again. Saw you over at Lorena's lunch table, which is usually about half an hour, 45 minutes. She runs just a few hours before me, but she usually finishes up about 45 minutes before my show. She does great. She's a great interviewer. She does great streams just in general. But the Lorena's lunch table thing today was the guest was Mad Mardigan, and her and Fat Steven do a really good job on that show. I really enjoy it. And I like giving Mad Mardigan a hard time. So it's very cool. Trinoculus is here. Hey, glad to be here. I'm glad you're here too, Trinoculus. Thanks for joining us. And there's our buddy Mad. Thought I would drop by, see if there's someone different hosting today. Guess I'll try again tomorrow. That's what I did to him today on the Ratings channel. It was amazing. They said some really nice things about me early on, which were embarrassing. But much appreciated. And, I return love to everybody that I can. That's just my nature. You'll learn that over time. Just who I am. I remember going to this place called a bar where people drank alcoholic beverages, but that was the before time. Thanks for the reminder, CultureCasino. Well, you're very welcome, and thanks for being here, Roof Korean. I really appreciate it. So cool. So cool. Latino Slant. Hola, man. ¿Cómo está? Check the DM, bro. All right, I'll check the DM. Sure you sent me something worthwhile, as you always do. And while that's loading, Terminus Est is in the chat. Hello, Terminus. Just say hail to hail Cuddles, hail everyone. Oh, yeah, that Cuddles thing got around, didn't it? Runner Studios, good to see you, my friend. I'm glad you were safely driving yesterday during the gaming lounge. I would prefer that you get to your end point and then you call into the show. That's my preference. Lorena Creole is here. Yeah, do not eat airport sushi. Not unless you are in a coastal location like Hawaii. They could be very good in Hawaii. Honolulu Airport has good airport sushi. But like I said, avoid it, especially inland. No bueno. Let's see who we've got. Oh, my goodness. Hello, Martin Acosta Santana. Good to see you. Greetings, my excellent friends. Yes, greetings to you, one and all. Culture needs that anime. Yeah, I do. I need the Animaniacs reboot Doomicorn. That's true. That'd be awesome. I love that. The voice on that's amazing. And I do think that is a discount Optimus Prime. I think that's who that voice is on that. If you haven't seen the new trailer for the Animaniacs show, you should go out there and do it. I don't plan to do it on my show. Lorena did it on her lunch table show, so you can go back and watch that and you can get their commentary on it. And I did have the opportunity to watch it last night over with Comics Division on his Thursday night throwdown, so that was pretty cool. Ooh, Perry Chan's got a new one up. Well, can't watch it now, but I will watch it soon. Perry Chan is the master, and I was accused of being a discount Perry Chan. I don't even think that. I'm probably like dollar store Perry Chan at this point. I haven't had a chance to play with my rotoscoping very much. I need to get back into doing that. Hello, Bone. Good to see you, my friend. Still love that avatar. Such a cute little one. So good to see you all. The Culture Boss is here. Yeah. And let's see. Oh, Runner's so funny. Okay, boss, LOL. All right, so let's get going. I've seen an applause heart on some videos. What is that? Terry Rose. Okay, good question, and I'll answer it. So some channels are being granted the gift of the applause button. The applause button allows you to contribute to somebody just for creating a video on top of what their limited earnings would be for the advertisements that would be on that video. Since most people click through the advertisements, your revenue, if you as a YouTuber, isn't very much. The applause button actually lets you tip the creator directly. However, YouTube still takes their cut, but it's kind of like sending a super chat for a video. So I think it's really cool. Gary Nergrotic has that. Drunk 3PO was one of the first people I saw get it. So and I think it's kind of cool. I think it's something that YouTube should move forward with because they are limiting the earnings that creators can make. But that's, again, if you're in this to make money, you're going to have to wait a very long time and be a very large channel to do it, or get sponsorships or something like that, which, again, that's not why I do it. I do it because of you guys. I do it because I love being here. I love hanging out with all of you people here in the chat. And I like to talk about the stuff that we all like to talk about. If we were sitting together at a restaurant having dinner, if we were at the airport bar and we just met each other, I'm one of those guys. I'll sit down next to you and we can have a conversation because I like to keep up on a lot of different things. And usually that's something I really, really enjoy. So, all right. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah. The Culture Boss is probably, I don't see, maybe she's lurking again. I don't know. I saw her right at the beginning of the stream lurking, but stuff's going on at the office. So we have to keep the business running. Yeah, watching Perry Chan after the streams. Yep, me too. Cavatanio Che. Good to see you, my friend. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. My voice still good, guys? If I start to crackle or pop, let me know and I'll reset the audio engine. So, yeah, I am so close to getting my new computer, my birthday present to myself, because I'm not going on my extravagant vacation. I should be getting that soon. They have all the parts. It's in assembly right now. And this is one I would not build myself because it is all water cooling. So I don't want to play with that and electronics. That's no fun. Somebody else do that. I'll let you do it. I'll pay for it this once because normally I build my own. Let's see. Oh, wait. Yeah, Park Hoppin has an applause button too. Okay, cool. Yeah, it's gonna be a good thing to have if you're a YouTuber. Maybe I'll get one day. I think you have to have a certain number of subs though. Someday I'll get there. I mean, I have the option to try to do subscribers now. So that's going to take me the whole weekend to figure out how to make that happen. And I'm lousy at self-promotion, except obviously when we're talking at the beginning of the streams, I can say that I actually do have a merch store now. I'm not sure if I included it in the description below, but maybe I did. Maybe I did. It's a Teespring store. Culture Casino, really hard to find, by the way. Clobberin Times is here. Hello, Clobberin Times. Good to see you. Brutal Morning Wood. Brutal Morning Wood, how's it going? Does it promote channels? I wish it did. Maybe it does. Maybe that's an alternate function for it. But for right now, I think it's just basically a way to tip people. So, yeah, you're not going to see it on mobile, especially Apple devices. Apple devices have some weird things they don't allow for versus Android devices they allow for other stuff with YouTube. I think the apps are just built differently. And you have to remember, Apple's proprietary. So they keep their stuff really locked down, which is why they're going to find themselves on the losing end of that suit with Epic. I think you're going to start to see an opening up of a lot of those app stores. But we visited on that before, and we can do that again. So again, if you guys hear me, crackle, pop, Rice Krispies, let me know, and I'll just reboot the audio engine. But let's get started, guys. We've got a lot to go through today, and a lot of fun stuff. So okay. Sure. Latino Slant's going to be doing the Latino wrap up today. So he's going to do that right after my show. I'm only going to go about an hour to an hour and a half. I've got about 45 minutes to an hour of material, and then I usually wrap the show up, Latino Slant. So if you want to hit the go button for then, no problems, no conflicts. And if you even start early, it isn't going to matter because I'll send everybody over there anyway. We all need something to do before we get to Friday Night Tights, right, guys? So, and that's kind of what this day is we're all waiting for, Friday Night Tights to kick us off so we can see what's happening in the weekend. That's the purpose of the show. It's just to try to guess what's going on. And it looks like some really cool stuff is going to happen on Lorena's Sunday show too. Gosh, I'm just promoting everybody right now. Lorena's show is going to feature Mad Mardigan again. So so that's going to be great. The Welcome to Florida show with Mad Mardigan. I love, despite the fact that we give each other a lot of guff, I love hanging out with Mad. So he's a good dude, despite his treatment of the chat, guys. Anyway. It's just he's a good dude. All right, so let's get started. We've got a lot of stuff here to go through. Let's start with the first thing. Okay, so if you're a big company, what is the one thing you don't want to do? You don't want to alienate your audience, or not a large portion of it, right? You don't want to insult them, and you don't want to submit them to things that they just aren't going to appreciate. So, yeah, I would say that somebody learned an awful lot about that very recently, and that would be our friends over at Netflix. Netflix sees a $14 billion worth of market value erased after missing third quarter subscriber growth and profit targets. Now, that number, of course, bounced back. It's not quite that high at the moment, and but they did lose a substantial amount of market cap. It was that wasn't good. They fell as much as 6% at a certain point during the day. And at the bottom of this article, we can look at the chart. I covered this in a video that was supposed to release on Wednesday, but another piece of news broke, which we'll get to here in a moment. I think the guys will probably talk about this because I think this is a result of the backlash of the things that Netflix did over at their I guess their streaming service. They subjected everyone to that terrible, awful, disgusting film that I don't even want to talk about, that basically dealt with the exploitation of children in a way that essentially exploited children. I don't think that's good. All right, that's good to hear, Beesman. I appreciate that. And let's see, somebody else popped in too. Oh, another monster. Very good. Good to see you. And so, like I said, I mean, this is one of those situations where you've offended your audience and therefore you pay for it. As we scroll through the article, we'll see that they added 2.2 million subscribers, but in the United States, their churn level was just so ridiculously high that they missed their target. Their target was not that much higher. They set a target at 2.5 million, but of course, Wall Street always projects an actual target that they expect them to hit. That's the number you really need to shoot for as a corporation. Disney has been falling well short of not only the targets that Wall Street has set for them, but they're falling well under their own forecast. That's not good. But anyway, back to Netflix. Netflix is I don't know, man. They $13.9 billion is a significant loss, and their EPS, they missed their estimate by quite a significant amount as well, despite an increase in revenue. Well, of course, they increased in revenue. They added 10 million subscribers the previous 2 quarters. So that, that is what it is. But the key numbers are these, and this is why this is important. The revenue was 6.4 billion versus the 6.38 billion estimate. That's their own estimate. Wall Street usually doesn't fudge that number too much as far as their projections, so usually it comes in very close. Earnings per share is $1.74 versus $2.13. Again, falling quite a fair part short. In subscriber growth globally was 2.2 versus the Wall Street estimate of 3.3, as I said. And of course, they have their own spin. I'm going to read that part. We just really don't overfocus on any 90-day period. If the quarter was 48 hours longer, would have come in slightly above the guidance forecast. Well, sure, if I had 2 more days to my quarter, I could increase my numbers as well. But that's not the way they work, and they darn well know it. They also did a significant change to how they do their subscriptions, and I mentioned that in the video that I did as well. They have eliminated their free trial period. That free trial thing doesn't work the way it did before. They are now introducing this concept of a stream fest, which that will allow you to basically get a 48-hour preview, like if you were, you had cable or satellite and HBO ran their content for free for a weekend. That's kind of what they're trying to do. And that's perfectly fine. There are, you can change the way you go about marketing for sure. But I think they're going to, they think they're not going to realize what they are trying to realize with that change, that promotional change. And that first rolled out across the United States, rolled out in several other foreign markets as well, including India. I think India is actually probably the one that gets the 48-hour weekend thing before we do here in the US. But again, that's going from memory, and I'm not looking at that right now. So looks like we've had a few other folks join us. Man of War 665, good to see you. Oh, wait, this is a good question right here. Culture Casino, thoughts on Disney targeting Southeast Asia with Raya and the Last Dragon? Wide net for many cultures. You know what? If they do it properly, but like we saw with Mulan, I mean, Mulan had a wide appeal, and it even appealed in China, despite the fact that there was a dragon and, the disrespect of the Chinese culture. I think that it does have broad appeal, and it's just going to depend on if it's any good. In how much of the identity politics get thrown into this, because this is ripe for it. Based on the little bit of clips that I've seen and some animation pieces, I think it's going to be okay. Or at least the early, and they're not actually animations, but oh my gosh, my brain just turned off. Anyway, it's just essentially it's preview footage. So, Michelle Jolan, good to see you. Hey guys, what's going on? From the memes of destruction, right there. Good to see you. And yeah, hey memes. So so we've got that going on with Netflix. They fell quite short. And as we look at, I'm going to go back to this chart real fast. Bring it back up. They were down $28.43, 5.41% at that point. So, and that fluctuated throughout the day, as you can see here. It has hurt them. It really has. And I think that, that's a real, I think it's a real concern. And yeah, it's very similar to storyboards, Storyman Jack. Animatics is the word I was looking for. And so there's that. Justin Proper pops in with a super sticker. Thanks, Justin. I suspect, and I'm probably right, that is a Doomicorn, which is my traditional gift to everyone else on the planet. Thank you for the $1.49 Doomicorn, Justin Proper. And the Atlantean is just saying hi to Justin, and Memes is saying hi to everybody else. So as you can see, they've had kind of a tumultuous, situation. And of course, this is over the course of the last year that we're looking at. I like to look at these things. Like I said, at the end of the video, Netflix is in no trouble. I mean, not really. If they continue to lose subscribers, their revenue is going to drop. Then they can't justify the market capitalization that they have right now. And so therefore the loss of value can occur. That can happen along the way anywhere. And Disney's actually on the cusp of that. I think Lorena Creole and I are going to talk about that and after the Q4 November 12th call. We're gonna talk about what happened during the call and what the effects of that are gonna be. So yeah. Oh wait, did Capitano Che say something else? What did oh, did I miss something? The set for the Philippines and you cannot get Hulu on it. Oh, super bummer. That's a huge bummer if you're trying to get a chance to see Animaniacs. So that's a huge bummer, dude. Huge bummer. Oh wait, just a heads up. Uh, do not be surprised if young girls start picking up Silat or Filipino martial arts, aka. Oh no, absolutely. Yeah, that's the other thing from that. From Rhea. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's going to be cool. And you know what? I think martial arts are good for young people. They're excellent self discipline. And believe me, we have a whole generation that lacked it. That and self worth and other things. Okay, this is actually the chart that Reuters put together. The graphics that you're looking at here breaks down 10 quarters worth of subscriber add-on or subscriber growth, and you can see here on the chart 2018 5 million in the first quarter or second quarter, excuse me. Third quarter was a little over 5 million, probably close to 6. Q4 was just under 10, so probably 9, 8.5, somewhere in there. 2019 is nearly 10. That's Q1 of 2019. Q2 was a massive shortfall there, and that was situational. I do not remember specifically what happened, but was easily explainable at that point in time. Some kind of transition with some global partnership deals. Q3 was right back up to performance. Q4 of 2019 was just shy of 10. And then, of course, we hit the current global crisis that we're all suffering with right now around the world. And they tagged well over 15 million subs, then back down to 10. And then, of course, Q3 at 2.2. So I thought that was a fun chart just to look at super fast. But let's move on to the next story, which I think is equally as interesting. Meg Whitman, Jeffrey Katzenberg, Quibi's shutting down report. And of course, this is the story that I broke on Wednesday instead of doing my normal story that I would normally have done, which ended up being yesterday about Netflix. But Quibi, the struggling short form mobile video startup led by founder Jeffrey Katzenberg and CEO Meg Whitman, may be forced to shut down. Well, actually, they did shut down. What I had gotten wind of is a meeting that was happening that was going to force this issue. Now, there were rumors before that they were out there looking for some other investors. They did secure some additional funding. The only thing that you can find on the books, though, is about $1.75 billion that this company wasted in its founding from 2018 all the way through, obviously, Wednesday night. But in about 6 months worth of operation, they blew through, the balance of their cash, and it's no surprise. Quibi produced content at a rate of about $100,000 per minute. That was, I don't know that I've ever heard of that, for television or streaming content. It's absolutely insane. And it's interesting. And this is the other thing. Quibi, do not know anyone that used the service. No, neither did I. I didn't know anybody that would be interested in it. They were trying to, and I think Gary pointed it out as well. They were trying to do a celebrity-driven version of YouTube, which, as we know, celebrities don't drive anything anymore. In fact, lately, celebrities drive people away. And that is evident by some other stories that we had during the course of the week. I'm pretty sure that they're going to talk about, oh no, dude, Katzenberg's really short, Ghost Dice. Yeah, that's a good question, but no, he's not exactly, super tall. She's above average for height for a woman, but she's probably also wearing heels. But she was a tech giant person, and he is obviously, and supposedly an entertainment guru. And he was one of the people that helped Eisner with the Disney thing, and then relationship soured and he left. But yeah, so, and this is probably the most accurate thing that I think I've seen. No one asked for Quibi, and they tried to cram it down our throats. Absolutely. Hello, AFK Bard. Good to see you. Thank you for being here. I'm glad everything is good on your end of the planet, or at least I hope so. But yeah, it's yeah, he's not exactly a giant among men. And here's the funny thing: in person, he's supposedly a very nice person. I'd only bumped into him once, and that was for about 15 seconds. So, um, but he's a from he was essentially a decent dude. It's a real shame. I think this was a project of hubris, for lack of a better way to put things. And again, they also got the wrong celebrities involved in this. Oh, and the other really funny thing about this whole thing, they don't actually own any of their own content. So the money they're paying for people to produce content for them, um, is interesting enough. They don't own it, and so therefore it didn't have any value, um, to anybody that would have possibly purchased it. They had approached some buyers during the course of this this period of time, but they don't actually they didn't actually own any of this stuff, which means that they lost rights to it after 2 years. It could be bundled by those creators and they could market it elsewhere. And then after seven, the content creator was free to use it however they wished. I'm assuming that they're able to do that right now anyway. So anyway, I just thought that was an interesting story. I'm not sure if anybody else had heard anything about that, but it is what it is. Good to see you, Dig Outlaw. Let's see. She didn't waste a penny on of her suit vest type thing. No, no, she didn't. uh, yeah, there was no dragon, and that was trash. Yeah, going back to the Mulan thing. Yeah, yeah, it was pretty frustrating. So, but it's worthy of conversation. About what went wrong with Mulan. 25 things. Movie cost too much. They really never should have done what they did with the CCP, as far as acknowledging and thanking them, the way that they did in the credits, because they got called onto the carpet for that, and they tried to downplay the amount of footage that they had, or that they used in the film, limited to about 45 seconds, which I haven't under some. It, that's a largely underestimated period of time that they used that footage, that particular location, perhaps. Anyway, it's not. It's just they did shoot in China, and they did shoot in other places around the world. So, but it's just Disney handled that very very poorly. So, yeah, the streaming wars that begun they have absolutely. Wow, I feel like I'm Yoda. The streaming wars begun they have. Yes, they have. Not only that, they've already. I mean, first and second blood's already happened in this war. Second blood was Quibi. And here's the thing. I mean, I knew this was coming. If you watch the previous videos from the time this thing was launching, I said this is hot garbage, bad plan. So, you know, I think everybody called that. I don't know how I don't know about that. Yeah, and the little ones are absolutely going to go first. Well, Quibi's toast. Um, CBS All Access is struggling. Peacock is hardly out the gate. I don't know. Oh, snowing right now. I love snow. Yeah, well, you get a lot of it up there in Canada, at least in parts of it. Um, yeah, yeah. I like cooler weather. I really do. Fortunately, I'm not a have to drive in snow the entire winter kind of guy where I am. I don't know if I could do that. Um, Running into things is bad. And yes, that's absolutely right. Ghost Dice Paramount Plus. They're on their way to their retheming, their rebranding. They're if you if you're not successful, one of the it's a PR thing. If you don't like the conversation that is being or the way that you're being talked about, you change the conversation. So if you don't like the way CBS All Access, which is kind of a rough way to say things, is being perceived or received, change the conversation. So change the name. There you are. Hot Mess Express. Yeah, no kidding. McDonald's did not even release Szechuan sauce from McNuggets for Milan 2020. Well, there's a lot of tie-in stuff that didn't happen because of what happened this year. Think about the fact that we were all holding on to Doritos bags with Wonder Woman on them. Like, I don't know what, like August of last year, maybe, or maybe a little later in the year than that. But I just remember them, and I know that they came and went, and there was no movie. So anyway, oh, I got Peacock Premium for free as a Universal Studio. Oh, that's cool. and I've never watched it. Okay, Lorena. Well, I'm a pass holder. Maybe I should try to get that for free myself, but I don't know if that's a perk. I really don't. Banking on celebrities to grow a product in 2020 is like using a cyanide-based fertilizer to grow a garden. Yes, Atlantean. Well said, and very, very aptly put. I agree with you. That's probably an excellent assessment. Snow is awesome. Summer is overrated. It is, but you do get a little tired of the cold after a period of time. Just like anything, if you can get 4 seasons, enjoy them. If you can get 2 seasons, enjoy those. If you have 1 season, like the Great White North, you know, you yeah, it laughed my butt off. Yeah, Paramount Plus, LOO, Disney looks like it's doing okay. Let's copy them. Exactly. And Disney is doing okay. What's really funny is Apple Plus, Disney Plus came out of the same person's head, Bob Iger. So, and he had to leave Apple, and so he wouldn't have the conflict of interest that existed the entire time that both of those things were in development. Hmm. Anyway, tech and Disney, tech and media, guys, tech and media. You get Peacock for free through Comcast. It was advertised as an add-on. Oh, well, good enough. Good enough. That's cool to know. I'm not a Comcast person. So hopefully I'm still coming in 5x5, guys, right? Where audio's good. Tough getting weed to grow to the right height up here too. Well, yeah, the hydroponics to get good growth on an indoor garden, vegetable garden, etc., flower garden. It says something about a company that is supposed to be creative can't even be creative with their names. I know, and all of the media companies are terrible at it now. They used to be amazing. They used to have great writers, great creative minds, great people that could take and adapt stories properly. And if they wanted to change them, they did it with grace. They did it cleanly, and they did it in a way that I don't know. It kept the spirit of the original, and that's all we ask for. Uh, Everybody here just wants our entertainment to be as good as it's always been. And again, this is another thing I honestly believe they'll end up talking about is they'll dive a little bit into the streaming stuff, Netflix and Quibi and the streaming wars and all of that. I think that's going to be up for grabs. So, but we've got more things to share. We've got let's see this article, which looks like we'll start with this. We're going to start with the war on celebrities by the people that the celebrities were pandering to. And of course, I'm talking about Data Racer's wonderful work on the people chasing Chris Pratt. The woke mob is accusing Chris Pratt of violence against us for not making a statement about who he's voting for. Is that really anybody's business? I have to ask you. I mean, there are a lot of people that'll come out and tell you. That's fine. That's their personal choice. I'm less likely to talk about this on my channel. I've talked about it on other channels, but because I don't fall on either side of the political spectrum with the two primary parties in my country, I don't really, like I said, I'm not going to go about saying this is the thing. You can probably surmise from some of the things that I've said or my reactions to things who I might be voting for. But honestly, that would be speculation on your part. And you can do it. We can all speculate on what we think about what each other is going to do or think. That's no problem. You just can't assign it to them because you don't honestly know. So let's see. Yeah, that's why I'm putting my work on here for everybody to enjoy. Yeah, screw them. I'll make my own stuff until the pendulum swings back. I know, and you're doing a good job, Storyman Jack. I think you're criminally undersubbed. I think you and Wes Moody is the criminally undersubbed people that I know, especially Wes. I don't know why he's not at like 10,000 people right now. It's insane. Ornamental horticulture is the term I use. Absolutely. Yeah, they do a lot of ornamental horticulture in several of the Western states. So it's done quite a bit. Nano Reaper, good to see you. Aquaponics is highly effective. Absolutely. Yeah. I actually have a hydroponic greenhouse actually outside. So yeah. M Dastardly, thank you very much for the super chat. I do appreciate it. And as I see here, it says $10 on red. Shirts mostly black. Dang it. Here's your $10. Well, thank you so very much. I truly appreciate it. You know what? I don't know that I'll get used to this. Maybe I will. Just like with Gary, sometimes he's like, you don't have to do this, but thank you. You guys are amazing. I appreciate it. I know we seem to pass it around though, because I seem to go everywhere and give people money too. So I just appreciate what people do. It's really important. Yeah, my personal politics are my business, but yeah. So this is the other thing. Silence is not violence. It means we don't give any Fs. That's true. Absolutely. Or we just don't care to share. I mean, gosh, what happened to the days of, keep to yourself, and if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say it at all. Well, apparently Twitter is like abandoned that philosophy, right? I had to fire a client yesterday. Oh my gosh, a typical Karen, the woman that was having me question my own sanity. Like, how are you not hearing what I'm saying? Like, I'm so sorry. Oh, dude, I hear you. I hear you every once in a while. Make it a Canadian 5. Oh no, that works out perfectly, my friend. Works out perfectly, my I don't even I don't know how those are loonies, right? I have no idea. You guys weird money, but thank you so much. No, dude, you're the best. I truly appreciate it. Oh my gosh, Larry's here. Larry, it's good to see you. We don't have Mary for you today, but I do appreciate the super sticker, my friend. I got a thumbs up from Larry. Thank you, Larry. Good dude. Oh, programming note. Saturday is an old school shenanigans. It's going to be amazing over on Mary's channel. Please check that out. Because there is not going to be a dump this weekend, this Saturday. Hopefully some of you that usually would watch that program will migrate there just this once to see what an old school shenanigans looks like. It's going to be insane based on what I've been told. So I'm looking forward to it. Oh boy. And oh, look, it's Subhuman. Hey, buddy. Good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. I hope you're being safe on the road. And again, I appreciate everything you do, sir. You're a good man. Oh, this is an important point. Idiot territory. Twitter. Yeah. That's so smart. Oh wow. Episode titles for SCD are on the IMDb. Episode 7 is titled Unification 3. Oh, dude. Thank you for bad. You guys, okay. All right. I will react to that when it airs. I might actually watch that one. We'll see. Oh. Hello, Karen Prime. Good to see you. Oh man. The hut. Your new I liked the Brie one, but the hut one's nice too, I guess. Gail Simone. Yeah, my goodness. Oh, Chris the Bliss, good to see you. Thanks for being here. I love that avatar too. Anytime you put your pets in your avatars, guys, I'm gonna dig it because I'm a huge animal lover. But anyway, let's get back to this because I can talk forever, and I want Latino Slant to be able to start his show because I want to tune into that. I need to look at Perry Chan's video just in case I missed the beginning of FNT today because I've got some stuff I got to try to take care of. Yeah, so anyway, so we read this part, silence is violence, blah 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 blah. And you know what? None of us believe that. Silence is just golden if you believe anybody else in the world. But anyway, here we go with all of the crazy that comes out of even the a few check marks and things. Silence is violence, and he's not been silent. He's spoken on the wrong effing side, my dude. And this is all in response to Mark Ruffalo defending his friend Chris Pratt. Silence is violence, Mark. Your friends aren't excluded from that. He supports a literal fascist, white supremacist. I don't care if he's not overtly political. Associating yourself with someone like that is violent. So F you and him. That's very, what's that term that they use when they're understanding? Tolerant? Very, very tolerant of these people, right? No. Not overtly political, because he has the effing privilege to not be. Well, actually, everybody has that privilege. Imagine having the luxury to not be overtly political because this is dumb. Rich, hetero, white, butt rights are never in any danger. Laughing my butt off. FOH. Okay. This person's, I don't know. Do they lose their brain? I'm not insulting these folks. I'm really not. I just don't understand. Chris Pratt's silence is complicity. In what exactly? Not being overtly political is one of the most political acts there is. That's a blue check mark. How dumb is that statement? Stephen Pascal, this is a blue check mark. Not being political is not acceptable as fascism emerges in America. You're right. We should be going after BLM and Antifa, the fascist or Marxist organizations. So this person might be right, but not probably the way he thinks he's right. When good men do nothing, evil wins. That's true. So the most of America that's not been doing anything when these idiots are burning down people's businesses, their churches, tearing down their edifices, their statues. Yeah, we should probably do something about that. Um, let's see. Rage Mouse, son of Rage. I don't know what that is, but it's a blue check mark, so Twitter thinks they're special. This avoiding the topic in this day and age is not cutting it. Silence is complicity. If he doesn't want people to see it that way, all he has to do is open his mouth and say the words. See, they are demanding your compliance. Doesn't that seem a little fascist to you? Does to me. Anyway. All right, so I don't know. I this whole when this thing hit Twitter, I was a little aghast. Wasn't comfortable with it. Data Racer does an incredible amount of work, and it's all very well done, very well researched. Talk about a person who does his homework. He uses obviously a data scraper to collect all of these things, or perhaps he just used that particular timeline, just clipped it all. Another good way to go about it. But that seems just incredibly. I don't know. It's insane. I don't understand. These people, like I said, there are blue check marks in there, and I that was hardly any of the ones that Data Racer clipped out of that. So I really don't know. Yeah, I don't really know. Yeah, it is what happens when you step out of line. You're right. They come right after you, and these are the people that have bred this culture. I mean, they fed it. They bred it and they fed it. They made it. They made this huge. They made it acceptable because they participated in it, and you know, if you look up to celebrities, I mean, that's on you. You shouldn't. They're just people. They're just really good at pretending things. You know, if there's lawyers, you can look up to a lawyer. You can look up to a judge. A lot of people looked up to RBG. You know, a lot of people looked up to several other justices on the Supreme Court, like Sandra Day O'Connor and several others. And felt like a change. Couldn't find a pic of her scowling though. Oh man, I have a lot of pictures of her looking like Jabba the Hutt. So I'll maybe DM you one, Karen Prime. Let's see. Literal fascists suppress. Well, hey, thank you, Trinoculus. You're 100% right. The fascists are the ones that suppress and censor speech. Because do you know what the battle is for the way to get to defeat false speech or fake news or any of that? More speech, more people pointing out where it's wrong. And that's why NPR is being called on the table right now, because they're not covering the story that, and a lot of news organizations are being called on the table for not doing their job. They're not doing investigative journalism. They're not, if they don't believe that whatever narrative's being told, they should go out and research the story. Not only that, we shouldn't be dealing in narratives. We should be dealing in facts and information. And that would solve a lot of these problems as well. So, oh, I'm sorry, Lorena. Have fun at work. Well, and just get done fast so you can get to FNT. That's the important thing. Chris Pratt is a good guy, and he knows how to braid hair too. Well, that's even better. And if he, you know what, that's a skill. And when you have beautiful long hair, and you sometimes need to, if you're going to go on a mountain bike, or you might be on a motorcycle, you probably need to pull it back and take care of it so it doesn't get all torn up. So that tips about long hair, guys. Not that that's important. And Wes is getting his new couch today, so that's good. Yeah, if they get in power, especially here in the United States, we're gonna have some issues. And there won't be more peace. There'll be more violence if they get in power. I mean, there's going to be violence either way. Unfortunately, it's just for how long. And again, at some point, they're just going to look bad. And I don't want 6 states running the entire country, guys. I just don't think that's wrong. Naruko says the group of people who will gleefully key your truck. Exactly. If you have a sticker on it, they will do so. That's just a bummer. We're all deaded. I hope that's not true. Wish they would read a book. Absolutely. Try to understand these people. It's a pointless effort. No, I know. Don't try to do it. I know I'm dastardly, but I try. Um, I like communication. I like to have a conversation. I like to know what you're thinking and why, and then I like to, if I can, help you, or disabuse you of your of the fallacies that you believe. How about that? How about that? Here's what he has on Leslie Headland. Oh, okay. So far, nothing's. I mean, there is a very short string on that development. So far, the three spinoffs that they're trying to generate out of the Mandalorian aren't, to my knowledge, in any way associated with her. I think she's going to try to create something based on the Avar Chris stuff from the High Republic, from what I'm to understand. And I don't think the Let's Get High Republic is going to go very far. I think it's going to be a failure, just like everything else that out of the Lucasfilm group has been since Solo. So we'll see. Yeah, the blue check mark mob. Yeah, it's the Twitter mob, and I was hesitant to put that in either the tags or in the content of my description for this video, because YouTube's been really weird lately. Oh, Twitter's been even more weird. We're going to get to that in just a second before we end the stream. The racism, more than anything, you can't play the victim when you call people things like that. No, you can't. You took an absolutely vile word that was reserved for people who were genuinely that way, and now you call everybody that. That's really dumb. And it's one of the things, if we don't eliminate critical race theory from education, we're doomed for this crap. You might as well find another country to live in, because, at least in the United States, because it is absolutely toxic. It is straight up racism. They are institutionalizing racism with critical race theory, guys. And if you don't believe that, look into it. Man of War 665, neighbor of the beast. Thank you for the $10 super chat, by the way, my friend, to help you get more used to SC. Yeah, I got to get used to these. I know. And thank you so very much. I appreciate your support. You guys are amazing. You really don't even know. And all hail the Maestro Perry Chan. Yes, hail Perry Chan. Sometimes he's here. I don't know. He might be in the chat. I haven't seen him yet, but he's a great supporter of all the entire community, not just Gary and the guys and everything else. I mean, he is legit a supporter of everybody. So good dude. Mark Ruffalo is seeing the NPC chickens come home to roost. Really is, but he's an NPC in and of himself, right? He really is. So I look up to my doctors and nurses that saved my life. Thank you. Exactly. There are a handful of people in my life that I look up to. There's a famous movie line that gets reused and has been in my presence recently. I trust two men, and that's it. And of course, the second part of that quote is, "And you're not one of them." But there's a handful of people that I trust, that I genuinely trust. And then there are people that I respect. So I believe that what they're saying is true, and that they'll be honorable. Those I find, so trust and honorable. Those are the things that I'm looking for. And honestly, in this community, I find I'm able to give a lot more trust than I ever felt, and I'm able to honor and be honored by many, many more people, like you people here today. So thank you for being here, guys. I really appreciate you all. You're amazing. Brutal morning one. None of this surprises me. My dad always said, all you're ever going to get from an a-hole is yes. Yeah, you're going to get poop. So you're 100% right. Trinoculus. Hey, look at this. Oh, good one. Brutal morning one. Yeah, for sure. Hello there, Pod Racing Palpatine. Good to see you. I love the avatar. Still, I'm tempted to take the green screen background out of there and put something behind, like Mustafar or something. I think that would be fun. NPR and PBS have been bent for years. Well, they're extra bent now. And one of the things that I think most of us misunderstand now about NPR is they only about 2 to 4% of their funding. It might be up to 6. Somewhere between 2 and 6% of their funding actually comes from taxpayer dollars. The rest of it comes from corporations. And individual members, people that, obviously have some agenda in mind. And that's the problem with a lobbying approach to public information, because you're only going to get the information that the lobbying folks want to have out there. And unfortunately, big tech and large conglomerates of media are only going to give you what benefits them. And that's certainly not the truth anymore, which is a problem. We have the least amount of faith in our mainstream media sources that we've ever had in this country. And I can continue to say that, and probably could have started saying it somewhere about 8 to 10 years ago, because the numbers have continued to fall. I don't believe anything they say. CNN is probably the most corrupt news organization I've ever heard of. But hey, what do I know? My work starts after sundown. Okay, Larry. Well, I'm glad you're here. And hopefully you're able to, hang around for all the shows today. Friday's the best day. Anyway, oh shoot, almost skipped past a bunch of stuff. This is the problem. This chat that legitimately jumped. There's difference between admitting someone and putting them on a pedestal. Yeah, admiring. Yes, admiring someone and putting them on a pedestal. Absolutely. These loons in cancel culture put these check marks on a pedestal so high they look to them for life guidance. And that's foolish, because they honestly, if you look at how often they fall from grace and sometimes the depths to which they descend, it's hard to look up to somebody like that. You should look up to the people, you look up to the firemen that work every day, look up to the civil servants in any form or fashion, because they're the ones that go out into society and actually contribute daily. So absolutely. I want the glass of, yeah, I know. If it was actual size, yeah. There was a show that was good for a couple of years called Cougar Town, and I know, some people didn't like it, but the key character in there was Jules Cobb, and played by one of the ladies from Friends, and her name slipped out of my head. Anyway, she had a wine glass that was that size, at least, and the first one was called Big Carl. So she just kept naming these wine glasses. Basically, it's a whole bottle of wine. It's pretty amazing. So. Hail, the crazed, criticizable, criticizable, the crazed. I'm going to get that right someday. We'll see. I thought it was pretty good. Am Dastardly, thank you again for the $10 Canadian. That was absolutely unnecessary. I truly appreciate it, though. You guys. Okay. Anyway, thank you so very much. I'm someday I'm going to get used to this. I don't know what input. Thank you so very much. I appreciate the support. I meant tweets that Leslie put out while working for Weinstein. Oh yeah, there were plenty of those. And Data Racer has a bunch of them. Absolutely. I thought you were asking where they were with the production and stuff, but yeah, no, they're definitely, those are out there, and Data Racer has quite a few of them. So, how do I feel about anime outselling Hollywood films? I feel great about it, because I mean, at least it is coming from a pure form of art. I think that it is. I don't know. I think I love anime. I'm one of those freaky dudes. Let's see. I just went off camera so I could grab this. I think a lot of you have seen this. This is one of my favorites. It's called The Last Exile, and it is brilliantly done. It's amazing. And if they made that into a live action something, shot for shot, and didn't deviate from it, I think it would be I think it'd be an excellent streaming program for Amazon, or a good streaming service. Let's just put it that way. Yeah, and Mark Ruffalo did create this. So, yeah. I flushed things I trust more than CNN. Yeah, absolutely. So, yeah, and we are getting close to Latino Slant's launch time. So we are going to finish up with one of the last things I had on Twitter, because we all figured that the folks this weekend are going to talk about these subjects. Let me find the last article for everyone. Share screen. And here it is. This is something that blew my mind this morning. Hey everyone, we made a temporary change to the retweet function. When you hit the retweet button, you can either add a comment to quote tweet or leave it blank and hit the retweet button. So there it is. And Brenna says, whoever this is, says, for everyone in the replies, this update is to prevent the spread of misinformation surrounding the U.S. election. She doesn't have a check mark of any kind next to her, so I'm not sure why she thinks she's coming off as an authority. And again, this goes back to the 21st. I did not even know this was happening, so apparently TweetDeck must get around it somehow or something. Anyway, so it says here, it is temporary until a little after November 3rd. It is the same amount of clicks, but can still interfere with bot accounts, and small changes have been proven to help. I don't know what bot accounts they're talking about. I think we've widely disproved that. I mean, there are bots for sure, but I mean, those bot farms are readily and easily identified without doing this type of thing. So they're really just going after you and me. I mean, clearly. Yeah, and then of course people are like, "Why though? You did this for what?" And you will never regret retweeting this. I'm not sure what that is. And I don't know what any of that is. So yeah, but regardless, I thought it was really fascinating that Twitter went out of their way to change the way that they do things for this particular for this particular reason, whatever it is. I don't know if it's because of the election. It seems logical, but that person isn't a person of authority. They're speaking with the voice of authority. And I'm not sure how that's meant to help because, like, for example, what I was warned about something that the headline could be deceiving on a Daily Mail UK ad. And so I took a picture of the picture that wasn't going to be showing in my retweet, and I just added the picture to my retweet. So I got around it because they don't want the headline to appear in the retweet. They'll let the tweet go out the first time, but they don't want it. They don't want that headline with the picture there to go out. So I just took a picture of it and put it in with my retweet, and it went just fine. Anyway, I don't know. So, oh, Larry sends us a $2 super chat. Thank you very much, Larry. I do appreciate it. More unnecessary cash, cheddar for the channel. Well, thank you. It's actually necessary, and all of it's going to go to the channel for a while because with the new computer coming, I'm going to be working on the studio here some more in my library, and try to organize it a little bit better so that it's not competing with some of my animatronic hobby stuff and everything else. So, but Greek topology, hello and welcome. I think anime needs a company to have a needs a company to have a domestic company that manages their international conversions. I think so too. I think they absolutely need to do that as well. Mirror Sphere's Origin, one great creator out there, wonderful book about to come out. Very excited about that. I can't even begin to tell you that I cannot wait for that to release. You really do need to see that piece of anime though. Last Exile, very, very good. Twitter is garbage RPG. Yes, it is. Truly. All right. There is a news guy that promotes tweeting politicians. Apparently, they restricted some accounts. He had to come on and say, slow down. Oh, really? Interesting. I'm not sure what that was in reference to. Another Perry Chan epic. Okay, I've got to see it. I'm sure it's a short one, so I'll have to pop over and check it out. Good morning, Machini90. Good to see you. Guys, give me just a second to get a drink and collect my dog. All right. Okay. Yeah, I've got little ears here on my lap. All right. So let's see. The issue is that some animation studios are rivals. So again, would be impossible. I don't know. Would it be? I mean, essentially all you're doing is hiring the same people or employing them to do the localizations. So, and then they could release it here in the States and they would do it without any interference, I would think. But that's what I would do rather than, I mean, you were watching what's happening in real time to Rooster Teeth and to Crunchyroll and all this other stuff. I mean, and now the big streaming services are reaching out and grabbing the things that we love. And that's going to be a problem going forward, in my opinion. So I guess we'll see. Last Exile is good. Yes, it is. Makini 90 morning. Yeah. Midday, afternoon, evening for some of my folks out there. So let's see what else we got. Yes, it is a wholesome anime. It is. It's very, very good. You can share it with probably teenagers, maybe a little younger. I'd be careful. I'm always careful when I screen stuff to younger folks. With the exception of Star Wars, I think almost every age can watch Star Wars up until the Disney trilogy. But anyway, the Atlantean, just to meet my quota for the week. Haha. Thank you, the Atlantean. That's very generous of you for the $5 super chat. I appreciate that. I'm going to say some good things about the Atlantean. He doesn't probably think he deserves it, but I like his content. He really works hard on it. You can tell his production value on the things he puts together is pretty good. His live shows are fun. I don't know if he's doing twoods as much as he used to, but it's I've been terribly busy, so I haven't had a chance to check out a lot of people's streams while I'm on streams myself. But I do try to check people's replays. I'm subscribed to over 250 channels right now, guys. It's insane. But I love it. I try to catch up with everybody. Yeah, how can you hate Lincoln? I don't think they'll get rid of great moments with Mr. Lincoln. That was something that Walt contributed to directly, and it had direct involvement by the 8 Old Men. So I don't think that I think that would be a piece of history that you absolutely wouldn't want to remove. There was a point in time they considered moving it, but then it just got refurbed. So yeah, it's a real shame. Don't know Salty Ray. Elfin Lied was okay. Okay, I'm liking this. Okay. All right. I'm campaigning hard for Spice and Wolf and Serial Experiments Lane. We need some good old-fashioned anime for sure. All right, guys, I'm going to bring it down for the rest of the day. I'm going to make a little room. We got to get some people over to see Latino Slant's start of his show, which is coming up soon. And then we got to get into the Friday stuff. So happy Friday to everybody. Thank you so very much for being here. You guys were truly amazing. I appreciate each and every one of you. Jake D is here. He's a great you don't have to watch ads to get to my streams. I think I accidentally monetized this one, and I usually don't do that till after the stream's over. So I apologize for you guys having to watch anything like that. I don't know. Tiki Hut will never move. Yeah, Walt did it himself. He did. And it was really funny is one of the birds that's in there is modeled after the bird that was supposed to be part of what is now Club 33 that they expanded and kind of destroyed. Was supposed to be a dining room for private events for him and his friends. In fact, it was used for that purpose, but there were microphones and stuff in there, and the bird was supposed to entertain the guests. The bird sat in there for a while. I haven't been in Disneyland's Club 33 in a couple of years. It might be the same there, but yeah, so there you are. And I will see you in the funny papers. Absolutely. Ad block for YouTube blocks ads. I did not know that, but I know that you can get around it with the premium too. Doomacorn. Yes. Doomacorn. Jake D. Thank you so very much, sir. Appreciate it. Jake D with the Doomacorn. Theme Park Casual comes in at the last second with the smiley face. Guys, I'm glad you all joined me today. Please do check out all these other wonderful creators. They really are awesome. At the very end of the title today, at the closing video that I run, there's 10 banners, channels that I support, appreciate, and follow and watch, and they wouldn't go on there if they weren't somebody that I follow. So just keep that in mind. So anyway, we're off and running. Everybody have such a lovely day. Take very good care of yourself. Take very good care of yourself. Take care of others. Wash your hands, of course. And until next time, bye.
Press our button as we see it at this time. We're landing in about 1 minute. Thank you.